welcome everybody to another episode of Animal Chiropractic Clinic Chatter. Well, so you do know that 74% of consumers prefer chiropractically adjusted chickens.
I love that. I heard that from you. That was the first I'd ever heard that.
Yeah. And then there's a pig study that was printed last year in vertebral subluxation research. And I was doing some research myself, and I found almost 100 years to the date in the chiropractic newsletter from Palmer. There was an article on adjusting pigs and removing vertebral subluxations is what it talked about. And then 100 years later,
Golly.
there was an article published on a scientifically valid study of removing subluxations.
Going full circle.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
You know, what I've discovered, looking at a tremendous amount of research. So many of the human studies actually begin as animal studies. Quite often before a human study is done, there's an animal study done. So we're decades into really great high quality chiropractic research. Some of the interesting parts about the animal studies that I've noted, and certainly you're the animal chiropractic expert, not me, but what I've noticed from the outside in is that many of the animal studies, part of the challenge with an animal study is the subjective view of pain, right? The animal usually can't talk. But what's really fascinating about the animal studies is it gets down to, which is what I think is crazy about the naysayers, is like the fact that there is a relative lack of subjectivity increases the objectivity. So often with animal studies, you're looking at hard biochemistry, hard physiology, real changes that can be objectively measured. It actually, I'm going to say, simplifies some of the research that takes place in humans, where there's all these variables about the human eat a breakfast and had a good day, or did they get stressed out driving to work? So, and that's how they're going to react to answering a series of questions. Whereas the animals tend to be, those studies are awesome because they tend to be far more objective, which make them in many cases higher quality.